What is a Chicano? To be a Chicano is to be proud of who you are, to be proud of your background, your culture, your heritage, your roots, what brought you here. To be proud of all that in a country that is constantly oppressing it, disrespecting it, neglecting it, and just not even treating us like we have any rights to be here, to keep representing that and to own it, to really be like, yo, this is me. This is who I am. I'm gonna be here. One thing that I believe all of us Chicanos have in common is a background and an understanding of what it is to struggle and the things you do to get by, to make ends meet. For myself and many others, we Chicanos are the product, the result of the hope for a better life, for a better future. We are the product of many sacrifices, hardships, and struggles, all for the promise of a better life here. For me, myself, I am a product of that. I'm a result of struggle, hardships. My father would oftentimes cross the border by as young as the age of 16 because life over there in Mexico wasn't as good as it could have been. There's all this talk about hopes for American dream, and being how his situation was over there, he believed in it. He knew that any life outside of what he was living would be better for his future kids. And so by the age of 16, he would be crossing the border and already scouting where he would want to start a future, where he would want to go. And he ended up landing on San Angelo, Texas, where is where I was born. I myself am like a product. I'm a border baby. I was I'm born in Texas. And it wasn't easy for him to get past that. Crossing the border is not for everyone. Not everyone can do that. Not everyone has the will like someone does for a better future with hopes of that. There would be times where he'd get caught and he would get beaten up, thrown in jail, spend time there, starved, degraded. He would do all that multiple times just for the thought of a better life for his future kids. That's a sacrifice. That's where I came from. That's what made me sacrifices and struggles, along with many other Chicanos. My story isn't unique. Most of us have family who has been crossing the border and have struggled like that, like my parents have. There was one time he almost froze to death because he got lost and it was nighttime, and he almost died trying to get me here, trying to be the one to make a better future for his kids. In doing so, my brother and we became a bridge, in a sense, to both cultures, because we still represent and we still appreciate, acknowledge everything my father has done for us and the sacrifices he made. And we are now representing a new culture as well, the American culture, integrating both of them into our family, into our bloodline. We are the firstborn generation Chicanos, and we have to keep that alive, keep the respect, the appreciation it took for us to be here in the first place. You can't forget that. You can't forget where you come from. You always have to remember the struggles it took to get here, the better life that we have now, the life that our parents couldn't have. We're thankful for that. We are grateful for the sacrifices that brought us here. That is what it is to be a Chicano. A Chicano is to be proud and to never forget what it took to bring you here, to start a new life in hopes of a better one than the ones our parents could ever have, and to always represent it. Never forget what it took to get you here, because this is truly a blessing to be a Chicano. To be a Chicano, to be two cultures in one, that's a good thing. It makes us more diverse. It broadens our blood pool or everything. It just makes us better people in a sense, because we understand struggle and we appreciate it. So to be a Chicano is to be thankful and appreciative of what it took to get you here, and to never forget that, and to always represent it every day of the rest of your life. Never forget where you came from, and stay humble, because we have it better than our ancestors ever could, and we can never forget that as Chicanos.